Hello, hello, hello. We are here for the last using up your 12 by 12s for the month of August. Keep in mind, I'm still at the beginning of August. It is August 3rd, 1 o'clock in the morning, um, per usual. So I do have my paper trimmer out. This is going to be coming on and off because I've pre-cut most of what needed to be done. So I have this Valentine's Day one. I have this pretty butterfly one. This birthday one. This fun little, like, I, some people call it retro. This to me reminds me of the Jetsons. So futuristic. And then this one. And this one. Now, ideally, as with most of the things that I've done with this so far, ideally, you would want a double-sided paper, so that way you don't have whites on the back. So, by the way, this is what we're making. This is inked paper art. So flip with a pocket. I have my fan running off to my left. Whew, having heat flashes really bad today. Pocket there. This is a corner tuck. This flips out. This is where you get the creative vibe. You could either leave this open so in a signature and this be its own little mini journal, or glue this here and here, glue here and here, and glue this closed, and then you have another pocket. Flip it over. There's a pocket here, and there's a pocket here. So there's 1, 2, 3 pockets, a tuck, possible 4 pockets. Obviously, this either goes into a pocket or it clips in with a paper clip, because you can't glue it down unless you don't put this back pocket on, which is an option. If you don't put these back pockets on, you could glue this down to your page. You could glue here and here. So let me try to get my book without getting myself with the fan blades. So if you didn't put these back pockets on, you could glue it into the book like this, putting glue here and here, and then this is a pocket back here, glue here and here, this becomes a pocket here, then you have the flip with the pocket, and then this other flip, which you could put another pocket there. If you wanted to, you would have to use a different paper, because this does use all but, like, this is all that was not used of this 12 by 12 for my sample. That's it. That's all that wasn't used. Can't really make pockets out of those. So if you wanted to make more pockets, you would need to use either another piece of exactly the same or something that matches it. You could use it like this and sew this into a signature with the pockets on the back. Sew this straight into your journal when you're putting it together. And then this becomes the signature page. And then you put pockets on the inside. You can put writing pages on the inside, stencil, whatever you want to do on the inside. Or even still, you could glue it in or sew it into your signature first, and then glue this pocket down. So then this would flip as a whole thing, like an envelope would. And you'd have one pocket here, the tuck, the pocket, and then when you turn the page, pocket, pocket. So lots of different things you can do with this. So very cool. And this was inked paper art. If you are a journaler, I highly recommend you check out her channel. She's actually she started January 1st of this year, doing a 365 days of junk journal ideas. We're on like 157 or something. I don't even know. I've slowly, as I've watched her videos, I've added them to my to-do playlist so that I can go back to them. So let's get rolling here. I've already been yammering on for 5 minutes. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut 7 inches. So you have 7, 7, 5. Set this aside for a moment. Spin this piece and cut 3 inches off the top, or off the side, I mean. Now, if this was a pattern, a paper like this one was, you get to figure out whether you want to cut 3 inches off this side or 3 inches off this side. Since this is a diagonal, it doesn't really matter. It's the same either way. Set those aside. Pull this one back in. This is your 5-inch. And you're going to cut 2 inches off the long edge. Got my finger stuck under there and moved it. Okay, so you have a 2-inch and a 3-inch. On the 3-inch one, you're going to turn it and you're going to cut off 4.5. And on the 2-inch one, come in and cut 5. Oops, oops. Okay, let's move this off out of my space. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your big piece. This is your 7 by 9, and you're going to fold it over, but you're going to leave like 3/4 of an inch. Guess I did still need my ruler. I was using my scoreboard as my ruler. So instead, since I have my zeroing ruler, I've got this edge of the paper on the 3/4. This edge of the paper is now on the 0. That gives me that 3/4 of an inch overlap there. Give that a good burnish. Okay. This piece, nope, this piece is your back pocket. So you could do it with like this if you don't mind that your patterns or your stripes aren't going to line up, no matter which way you do it. Or you can flip it over and do it like this, since I have the white back. Again, if this was a double-sided cardstock, what's on the back would coordinate already with what's on the front. I'm going to do my thumb notch. Pull my strings into my way instead of out. That's how I roll, guys. Okay. And then we're going to set this aside, so we don't need this just yet. Okay. And even though I cut it on my trimmer, it's not quite straight up there. We can fix that later. So next you're going to take your hold on a minute. I may have cut every single one of these wrong. one of these was supposed to be this one. 3 3/4. Whoops, there went my glue. 3 3/4. This just does not seem right here. What did I do? I'm afraid to roll. I don't want to roll over my glue. Okay, I'm going to get this back out because and see, it's supposed to be this piece right here. It's that piece. This is this piece. I don't know what I did here, but somehow or another I managed to mess up my cutting. Okay. So we're going to use one of these, the bigger of the two, and we're going to improvise. Where's my corner rounder? Right in front of my face. I skipped a whole step in my instructions, times 6. So, just refilled my bottle. And added some acetone to it so that, oh, you know what, I didn't want to just, hold your horses, Laura. Because this is so busy, I want to alternate the stripes with the not stripes. That is the wrong tool. There's still quite a bit of glue down, so we're going to try to just glue it on. See if there was enough to hold it. Back there for my glue eraser. No, see, it's not holding up there. Now again, if you're using double-sided paper, this problem doesn't exist for you because the back will automatically coordinate. Okay, so we're still not gluing the back on yet. We're going to pull in these two flaps. I think that was one of them. It was. Okay, we're going going to scrap this one, and we're going to get a different piece. I really fudged that one up. And because I want these all to be the same, I'm going to make the same cutting mistake that I did on all of them. So cut 7, cut off 3, see, this is where I made my mistake. Here, I was supposed to cut yeah, this here was supposed to be 3 3/4, creating that front. But I goobered all of them, so we are going to wing it. 4.5. So if you do go watch Inked Paper Art, and you see, watch this video, this was day number 116, you'll see the differences. And this one's 5. Okay. This and this I need to set aside. Why are those so... One should be 4.5 and one should be 5. Ugh. Alright. Four and a half. We're going to set these aside. Those are pockets. Whoops! Hit my fan. Okay, now this, again, we're folding there's 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Now, unfortunately, none of these pockets are really going to be this is my back pocket. These are really going to be big enough. Where did my stuff go? I'm going to steal from my other one. Whoop, glue fell over. Okay, so again, glue the bottom and glue the side. Lining it up with the bottom of the folio. Make sure your bottom edges are even. Whoop. Give it a squish. Try not to pull it out of place. Okay, this one has a little overhang here. And it's just because of the way it went through the corner rounder. So I'm just going to trim off that little tiny bit there. Okay. Stuck. It's stuck to me. Now we're going to alternate back and forth, and we're doing this because this paper is so busy. So to do it on top of each other, you know, to have them all, that would be a lot. So we're going to alternate, but I am going to make sure that the stripes are going all in the same direction. So on this piece, that is 4.5 by 3, you're going to line the edge up with this front page over here. And then you're going to flip and fold that over. This is why we don't put that back on yet, because we're going to hide these. We're going to hide these tabs underneath the pocket. Give that a burnish. Okay. Some glue. Make sure you get it really good on those edges, because again, things are going to be sliding in and out of that back pocket. You don't want them to get hung up. Make sure that bottom edge is even. That glue down nice and tight. And after you get the next part glued on, if you're concerned about that catching, just put some washi tape over it. So I've got a little bit less. You can see it's got a little bit of a lip there. That's okay. Where'd my... Oh, I'm like, where'd my skinny one go? Now, I'm going to alternate again using the back. We're going to go about halfway between this edge and this edge. Okay. Fold. Burnish. Glue. Ah. Again, lining up that bottom edge. Scooch it over. Give it a good squeeze. This does create a double layer of hinge here. Let's get the excess glue off. And again, nobody's going to see this. This is going to be the inside of the pocket, so it doesn't matter what washi tape you get. I'm just going to run a little bead along the edges. Again, all this is doing is giving a smooth edge for things that are sliding in and out of this pocket. Giving that a burnish down. Should be doing this with my scoring tool, but it requires me to find it in this crazy mess that I've made on my desk. Okay, You want to make sure that your pocket's still open. You see I got some glue there. You don't want to glue those flat. So if you had some glue seepage, you want to come in here, clean up your excess glue. Same with this. You see how it's stuck? That's from seepage. I just come in with my little glue eraser. Run it down that edge. See how that works? So this is a tuck, this is a flip, this is a flip. Okay, now you can turn this over. For this, I usually try to find the center as best I can. Little stuff I can usually eyeball it, big stuff not so much. So just fold it in half, put a little crease there, and that just gives me where my middle is. So then line it up in there. Now I got to decide, do I want my pocket to go this way and kind of blend itself in? Or do I want to flip it over and have a white pocket on the back? It's funny that these are sliding. Not haha funny. Odd funny. I'm going to go with the white side. Short edge, long edge, short edge. Okay. Put this down. Get the back pocket all nice and sealed up. Now you do see a little bit of that those hinges. There's no way to avoid that without hinging it. I mean, if you could, there's a different way that you would like to attach these little flippies. You can get away with not having them. You can see like the hinges right here. Sometimes your glue will have a hard time adhering to that, so you just want to make sure that it really sticks. Okay, now we're going to come back in here. We have this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. I don't even know if these are all from, I don't know. So let's go back here. One of these is a pocket for back here. Let's take the smallest one. Oh. Okay, I'm going to finagle that just like that. Let's cut it to size first. I want to trim let's just trim a little bit off each side. just want it to be a little narrower. So we're going to take about probably 1/8 of an inch off, just so it sits inside the borders of that pocket. And then because I've got these going in the opposite order on accident, what I want to do is I'm going to line them up. And then I'm going to take it back to my cutter. We're going to cut there, and we're going to cut there. Okay. Do the little thumb notch. It's a little pocket, so it only needs a little notch. Okay. U shape, so we're going to glue down, down, down the side. Kind of cool because it creates the V. So yes, I do have extra pieces from the first one that I cut. So I just need a pocket on the inside of here. Thumb notch. Little pocket, little notch. You don't want to go all the way up against, like, butt it right up against this edge and glue it, because then it's going to bind up. Same concept of, you know, like when we're cutting out a score line, when we're folding stuff in on itself. Same concept. So again, we're going to glue in the U shape. Oops, and glue just totally dropped in my lap. So you're going to put it a little out from the margin. Doesn't have to be too far, just enough so that when you close it, it doesn't bind up on itself. Don't do that. Make sure your stuff stays in place until the glue grabs. Again, make sure you're not accidentally gluing stuff together. We're going to come in with the corner rounder. We're going to round to this corner and this corner. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here for the closure, what she suggested was like using a little circle, you know, and then you just glue, so like this, for example, use a little circle, and then you just glue this half, and then this would flip under. to hold the whole thing closed. I have these cute little tabby things in my die sets, and I thought I'd do that and hold it with a brad, and then it can slide over, just to make it a little more interactive. But there is that one. Does that say 35? Yeah. So let's try this again, because I shouldn't have this many extra pieces everywhere, but I do. So that's going to go in my my basket of patterned scraps. So, as you can see, it's, wanting to stand upright. And again, you just got to train the paper. Make sure it all wants to stay folded down. And over time, with it being that once I get the closure on there, it'll stay closed. I'm wondering if I want to do a thumb notch there before I glue this pocket. Because it would be did you hear me at my pen? The center would be right there, so no, because it'll go underneath. Now, if I was making this for myself, I would go ahead and use all those extra pieces there to just do this as a folio and not as a pocket. And I would use all those extra pieces to make pockets and stuff on the inside. But for the sake of continuity and not having to set individual prices on Etsy, because this one has more to it, I'm going to go ahead and just knot. We got glue seepage coming out the bottom. Fix this top that is a little cattywampus. Make sure the pocket's still glued, which it is indeed. Okay. So I will definitely put a closure on it before I list these. Oh, this is wonky too. Just kind of give it a trim so that I have a line to follow here. Oh, that's a lot of paper to go through. My poor scissors were like, "Excuse me, Mom." So, there's one. Oh. And I do want to do the overall. That is not the right tool. I want to round this corner and round this corner over here. And then this ends up measuring 5 by 7. So again, if you're thinking about how that fits into a journal, not only is it a one-page wonder, it actually is also a full page. So if you've got a blank white page, say like this, you'd want it on this side since this is pocket. You could glue it like this, glue here, here, and here. Then you end up with the pocket underneath and the extra pocket there. And then these flip out, pocket. But again, if you're going to glue it in, you would not put the pockets on the back. Now, even though my directions were not on par with what they were supposed to be, it turned out. So we're gonna roll with it. Okay, so let's do a directional one, so that way we can see how it works. So again, we're putting this at the 3/4. And we're folding over to the 0. Wow, look how crooked that is up there. What is the deal? Jiminy's. Okay. This is the back pocket. I'm going to go ahead and leave it, and we're going to do it on the printed side because it does have those little banners. Thumb notch this right out the gate. So it'll go like so, rather than like so. I like little banners still showing, so we're going to do that. Okay, but first, let's see, this goes here. Where's my tool? So that goes there. This goes here. Move that over just a smidgen. And I think I'm going to alternate these. I'm going to put this one this way and this one this way. Like so. Like so. And thank goodness this is going to be glued in, because that just decided it wanted to be a cracker. Wants to crackle. So this piece, we're going to go up. Cut this at 4.5. 5. Let's go 5. Remember, this is the part I'm improvising. So that's going to go that way, so this has to go this way. it's not the right tool. See how it does that? Puts that little weird notch in it. Oh, you know what? I was going to be watching Gail while I'm doing this and forgot.
Bill, and I am going to work on my little fairy journal.
Yay!
I've done some things.
She's working on her
that
fairy
I'm gonna
journal.
Talk through, and then we'll get busy. I'm so excited to work on this. So, hi and hugs. Let's do hi and hugs to Grace, Carrie, Teresa, and Candace. Thank you so much for watching and for your kind comments. Okay.
Looking for my brown.
So, what I have done
No glue.
off camera is I sewed in the signature and put some lace on the spine.
I should have inked the last one.
I did go ahead and put in some grommets.
But I didn't.
I put lace on the edges, so that pretty lace.
Especially if I'm going, you know,
This one I just put on the edges.
how I'm putting the blue on the blue here.
And I haven't used any pom-pom
Just putting
inks
some
for the
ink there
longest
will
time,
help,
and I thought those would be fun
you know, help
with
it
this.
stand out.
And then this little pretty lace with
Well, my
bows.
walnut stain is acting like it's
So I put
dried out
that
again.
kind of in the middle, like that. Then this cute little fairy, I backed her with cardstock, and then I put matte medium over the top of her to make her a little tougher. And what I think I'd like to do is I think I'm going to just kind of go like that and put her on the cover. So
Oops.
I
Didn't
may
mean to leave
wait
that
to
in the
do
jar.
that. I think we'll put in the pockets and stuff, and then I'll use Fabri-Tac to put her on because there's a variety of surfaces, you know, with the lace and the
What I
paper
also
and
need.
all. I think that would be good. So yeah, I've not done that before, but I thought, oh, she's just so cute. I would love her to be on there, and I just kind of did a little distressing. I think I need a little bit so that like
You got all my stuff falling
when it's
everywhere?
on there, you'll have a little distressing rather than the bright white of the cardstock. So that's my plan with that. But let's put in the pockets. I think we'll get to that. I mean, I've got a lot of pockets made because I've just been kind of doing them as they kind of come up. And this one is a satin
That
pocket.
differentiates the blue from the
I think I'll
blue.
put it on so we can put something in the side. I may have to make some things to go in the pockets. I have some things made, but I think I might need more.
Come on.
So, anyway,
Got a little glue
I've
plug.
been excited to work on this little journal. I just think the fairies are so cute. I just was looking in my little bag, and I have to show you this one. Look at this one. How cute is she? I would like to find something to, I mean, keep her out. I would like to find something, someplace to put her. Not sure where that would be, but she's big.
Okay.
And then I have pockets here too on these
And then
little
this
half
one.
pages, so that'll be fun.
Do the top
Got
corner.
one of the labels collage pages.
We're gonna
So
give her
there's
some
this
ink.
one that's a little flip, and so we're gonna put that there. How is everybody? I hope you're doing well. I'm good. Maddie got home last night. He'd been visiting his cousin in Bozeman, and he got home last night. So we have a little date to go to a thrift store. So I'm excited about doing that. Do I want to?
Again, we're gonna
I
line
think
that
it's
up.
okay without So this is going to be a pocket on
Try to
this
keep those
page.
bottoms even.
And then,
But for some reason, this one likes to move.
then the others are flips. And we'll look at decorating this a little bit more.
Like
but I just
the whole,
kind of found it in
all
my
of it,
to-do
not
box,
just
and I was like, I think
the flaps.
those
Like
colors
everything on it wants to like gravitate
so.
in oddball
And
directions.
then some of these will flip out.
Again, we're
Might go
gonna
ahead and
make
put
sure
some
that
poly-dyed paper
no,
on
there's
there,
no leakage
or
there
not,
to
either way.
close that pocket
And we can decorate
or that flap. I mean,
the side that shows.
close
This is a
that.
little sack, so we put something big in there.
This
Oh, we've got
again. Where's
I
the?
found a fabric flip in my stash that I thought would go with this, so you know. always
Normally
good to
I
be
don't
having-
ink,
getting some of
um,
these things made ahead.
Ones that I'm making for
Like
my
I've had
Etsy
this
shop,
one for a long
because not
time, and
everybody
it
likes,
hasn't
um,
really gone with anything.
doesn't like,
until
not everybody
now.
likes their stuff inked up.
So,
In
there's
this
that.
case, for this project, there's so much white core showing, and once you put it together, there's not really an option to go back and ink it. So
And
I'm inking.
I want to, there's a pocket here, but I want
If I was
to
making it
kind
for
of
my own personal
clean up
journals
this
that I
edge.
make and sell, I would be inking them, but I'm an inker, so
Need that either.
get that squished up.
So, there's that. And
Okay.
that has a big pocket. See, there's a lot of pockets in this, so yeah. So this guy, this wallpaper's cracking a bit. I hope it's okay. I think I'm gonna use a little tape.
Run a bead of glue
I
there.
just want to make sure it's
Yeah, you can use any tape here. You can use washi tape, which, as you can see, you kind of have to you have to glue it down.
going to.
Low tack tape. You want to make sure it's not going to lift up, because once your pocket's on,
Other side too.
you can't really get to it.
My goodness,
Um,
if I get it
But you
apart.
could use masking tape. You can use Scotch tape. You can use whatever tape. Whatever tape.
Lay that in there.
Because again, you're not going to see it. So it doesn't matter what tape you use in there. Okay, now that those flaps are on,
I think I'll put a little piece.
and
Just a
come
little piece
in,
right there.
short
I'm gonna have
side,
a pocket there too.
long side, short side.
Good idea to reinforce a little bit.
Glue this down.
Okay, then we can put on that pocket.
See, and as straight as I put that on, much time as I spent being
Love
extra
these
careful
Sweet little people from Maramie Small Art.
to get
It's a book.
these on straight,
Show you the book.
it's gravitating anyway. Gravitating south.
You can get them on Amazon. I sure appreciate if you go through my website and my
Ooh,
Gail's favorite things to
move
get
this.
it. That would be awesome. But yeah, Maramie Small Art, her little illustrations are adorable. So
Again, give those a good squish down.
in the middle, we've got a couple pockets there. We could do a little decorating on
This is a
those.
little taller because remember in the beginning I had to trim it down.
This is going to be over here.
We're going to take that down.
Gosh, so cute. Okay. Looks like this side of the wallpaper is fine. It doesn't look like it's giving way at all. And there. Oh, a little bit over here. It's okay. Put a little piece of tape there. That doesn't hurt a thing. Just a little extra protection. So yeah, Maddie got home
these.
He's got a little trip with his
That way we
his
can
football buddies.
do those corners.
And he'll be back on the weekend to move Maddie into the dorm. Crazy.
I'm like, did I do both sides in that one? I did. Okay,
Type
so
C,
now we have a
this
little
is,
pocket.
doubled from folding. I think I'm gonna have this be the pocket
To go in
rather
here.
than
It's already
this.
cut
This
down,
is just
perfect
a
size.
single layer. I think that
But
would
let's
be
make sure.
smarter.
Remember, there's a pocket that goes on the inside of this one too. Come here.
That given that, we can kind of center it a little bit. And then this is a pocket too. So this is the other side of the bag. So I don't know what's going on. Our guy for the front porch has not come yet today. It's making me nervous. So maybe he's picking up supplies or something.
This one,
One of you guys
it's like the perfect size.
reminded me of the slow process on our back deck, and I really hope this one goes faster. But it's just little guy working on it, so I hope he's okay. He worked so hard getting the concrete out from our old porch that he said he took 2 tons of concrete to the dump from our porch.
Wow, 2 tons of concrete. That's a
So
seems
there's
like a
no
lot.
using
I
the front
would
door
think it's a
right
lot,
now.
but you know, concrete's heavy, so 2 tons might not really be a lot.
Can't get to it. Okay, on this
Nope.
one, I think I'll go
Need to
sideways
ink the-
again.
Ink the side that's going to be
There's like a
visible.
tag or something in there. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's see what we.
Just for continuity purposes there.
Okay.
Now, as it turns out, you get to see banners,
Got a tag there.
but none that are specifically birthday banners, which is okay, I
we have
guess.
this little dude. He's
Just you got
decorating
the celebrate one there.
Okay, and then we have a Billy band.
See, if I used a rag, I would have a lot less glue on my hands all the time. I'm constantly like having to clean glue off my hands.
Yep, that's it.
And then
Okay. So now we get to do like decorating on these and stuff like that because I have so many cute little bits and pieces that I would like to use. But like this little girl, I mean, I'd have to chop off a bit. Or I could wrap it around. Actually, that's not a bad place for that, is it? I think I'll cut off the B and put the B on separately. Okay, let's do a little cutting here. So just gonna go like that, and we're just gonna go around the B a little bit.
well, I've got the ink out.
And then
Do these edges here.
I can just glue it on separately, but sometimes when I'm fussy cutting, I do leave these things on there only because otherwise it's gonna get lost, you know. Okay, so just around the wing. Okay,
Now,
so
because I
there's the
goobered,
B, and
so
let's
this is supposed to be out like an extra inch
trim around
or an
this
extra half
now.
inch. We have more extra than what we should.
There's some other little spots that I might cut a little bit.
looks so
saw her
cute,
this
Gail.
morning, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so adorable. I really want to use her. Okay, so let's get some glue stick rock in here, and just get her
Okay.
all sorts of gluey. My husband just went out. I wonder if that's because the deck guy is here. Hope so. I kind of was waiting for him to come. I like to say good morning, but then I'm like, I need to do a video, and Maddie wants to go to the thrift store. I have a lot going on. Oh my gosh! Speaking of, oh my god. So we finally
There's
got
another one.
errands.
Now, because I end up, if I get through all of these and all of them have at least this much left over, I may go through, I forgot,
fall sports,
I gotta glue these.
and
Did I even do that on the other one?
insane.
It's funny, I don't remember doing it.
There.
So
Oh
just gluing
my
the
gosh.
sides.
Yeah. So Mike and I are going to be split duty quite a bit with Katie and Marin in their volleyball, and then I mean
Get those glued down.
we're going to get to as much as we can, but we are going to miss some too, which is kind of heartbreaking.
Now
but
these are
it's just
all
like
going to be left side
maybe on those too.
if you want, you know,
Yeah. Let's look.
I guess it won't matter. Because I'm doing them all with the pockets on the back, so you can't glue this into a book. But, so there's the two that I've done with you. What I was saying is, if they all end up having this much left over, I may come in and add like a little pocket on the inside of this one maybe, or
Yellow too, so that'll be good.
yeah, I don't know.
Book weight.
But we'll see.
This is from my favorite.
Right, for now I'm going to put that in there. Maybe I'll just
It's
put it in
so
there
handy
or
when
turn
you're
it into a tag.
a friend
I might
page.
just do that now that I'm thinking about it.
Gave me that way back in the day when I used to accept Happy Mail, and it's been just the best to use. And got to meet Peggy when I was in Phoenix in
Make a little tag.
2020, I guess, for
All right. If
innovation.
the rest of these end up not having that extra little scrap, I will not put tags in them
Back to the
so that they are all
see.
the same. They all have the same stuff. Where did my
Oh my gosh, look at her.
paper clip go?
It's like they're all so cute. I just want to use them all, and not enough to use.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know where my paper clip went, so I will just grab another one real quick. As if real quick is a thing in here.
Got some birds.
Okay. Anyway, so again, that's inked paper arts. It will be tagged in my description.
Then that's a
Um,
little different with having
As always, I used to link the actual videos, but YouTube is being all stinkery and making me like, after it's processed and everything, I have to go back and add it in. And I'm like, and that's terribly inconvenient. I don't know why it stopped letting me do it as I'm scheduling it, but that's where I'm at with it. So I stopped adding it because I have to, it's like 12 extra steps now. So it's an exaggeration, but not by much. But I do still, at the creator that I watched to get the inspiration. So thank you for tuning in to yet another video. To some degree, it was a this is what not to do. But at the same time, it was also, you know, showing you how to make adjustments when you make a boo-boo. I should know better than to cut them all out at one time, because if I mess up the first one, then I've messed up all of them, like I did with this. But I saved it. We're good.
I was really careful about keeping things
We'll catch you in the next video.
up and away from
Bye.
him because he was definitely a chewer. And
I don't know how my mouse got turned off.
yeah,
Bye.
but he got him
Peace out.
anyway.